I have thought about it because we've had to do obviously a lot of, things around it, but me actually walking out on the pitch, the first game, I've not allowed my brain to go there yet.
Why?
I just don't like getting too far ahead. I think I'll then live in that moment when I know it's the night before and I know it's the day of the game. I think that's the way I've always worked. I never look too far ahead, but we've got a smaller group in the group chat in terms of the lads that are my best friends, and I actually put that message in when the squad got announced. I was just like, who would have thought we would all be going to the World Cup together when we're all playing as little kids and chasing after each other, 11, 12-year-olds with Celtic, St Mirren, Dundee United, and all these teams. And it was a real kind of moment of real sense of achievement, because it's not easy to get to a World Cup. I think we've proven that with how long it's took us to get there since 1998. But the fact that you're one of 26 going to represent your country in the biggest stage, it's a real proud moment. We've had some dark times, we've had some dark moments in a Scotland jersey. Me obviously, but the highs, just the lows are the lowest that you'll have, and the highs just are the highest you'll ever have with your country, because you're representing a nation, and that's the thing. But I think that's why our squad is so close and so such a good group of lads, because if you look at everyone's story, all of them are pretty similar. All of them, we've had to fight for everything that we've got given. And now, becoming a professional footballer, you have to fight regardless. I always, I think when Trent was at Liverpool, I always said, there's no easy way to become professional. I've went this way, Trent's went that way, but both ways are just as hard, because coming through a youth academy and having to keep, showing every coach that you're good enough, then getting your first team manager to have a look at you is not easy. And obviously going to, roundabout, going to the bottom, and then trying to climb back up, it's not easy either. But all the Scotland players have got similar journeys, and I think that's why we're so close and such a good group of boys. And for us to go and represent our country at the World Cup, all the lads should be incredibly proud.